After a 113-97 win over the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks are no longer in the play-in. We are finally in the playoff picture, as we should be in the 6th seed after tonight. And man, that game was great. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't perfect, but there were some definitely good high moments and a few low moments. But for the most part, it was a great game, a big win for us, as we do play the Utah Jazz again on Monday, and we have a back-to-back game against the Sacramento Kings. But we'll break down this game, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get into today's video, 69.7% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed. And if you want to stay up to date on everything that we're doing, the back-to-back vids, the post-game analysis, and even the live streams, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said, man, 113-97, the Mavericks pulled it out. To begin the game, I think we were down like 0-6 to start. But eventually we got things going. And tonight, Luka's shot was actually falling. I know we saw against San Antonio. Couldn't buy a shot. It was honestly his worst shooting night of his whole career, but he still somehow finished with a +5 in the box score. I'm fine with that. But tonight was a different story. The shots were falling. The 3-ball was looking good. Not exactly where we want to be, but it was a lot better. And man, we could not be stopped in the paint. Daniel Gafford was getting dunks left and right. Kyrie got another alley-oop. There was a dunk attempt from Luka, which was a foul, but, you know, he still tried it. I mean, Derrick Jones Jr. was also flying. Flight 55 was clear to take off tonight. The guys were looking good. Our starters were just on point. And we're going to break down the box score real quick with you guys. P.J. Washington finished with 6 points, had 2 blocks, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. Derrick Jones Jr. had 12 points, was a +21. His defense was phenomenal. He was everywhere. He had 1 block, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Daniel Gafford, the man of the hour, the landlord, 24 points, 1 steal, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, with 3 of them being offensive rebounds. He was 10 of 11 from the floor. The man loves to have these perfect games, or near perfect games. And then Kyrie Irving had 16 points, 2 steals, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Luka Doncic, 34 points, 4 steals, 8 assists, and 9 rebounds. Almost walked into a triple-double in this one. And off the bench, and I'll have to give some much needed respect to the man Maxi Kleber. He did have 7 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. He was a +15. In only 18 minutes. His defense was phenomenal tonight. I made sure to pay attention to him while he was on the floor, and he was awesome. I loved what I saw from Maxi. He was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. I hope that improves going forward. Omax got about a minute in garbage time. Tim Hardaway Jr., 17 points, missed all the shots, had 1 rebound, and a turnover. -5 in the box, in the plus-minus box score. Dwight Powell got a minute in garbage time. Derrick Lively, 15 minutes, but he had 6 points, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. Dante Exum, no points, 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. AJ Lawson got a little bit of garbage time. He had a bucket, and that man, Jane Hardy Party, had 6 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. The man was looking good tonight. And it was mainly the starters that were getting things going. I mean, Kyrie, not his most explosive and box score stuffing game, but still got things going for this team. Luka Doncic got his, but Daniel Gafford. A lot of people saying he was a second coming to Tyson Chandler. I was like, you know what? I would love to agree with you, but I got to see more. But the man is just showing us night after night. In the first half, Daniel Gafford got hurt. Not sure if it was in the groin or the knee or his leg, but he was limping off the court, had to be helped. But he came back in that third quarter, got some good stretching in there. You know, he's getting all loose and limber. I think like the first or second play in the third quarter, as the third quarter started, a lob and a slam from Daniel Gafford. The man could not be stopped. If he didn't get hurt in the first quarter, he probably could have got 30 tonight. The Utah Jazz had no answer for Daniel Gafford. And honestly, the last few teams we played had no answer for Daniel Gafford. The man is just a monster down low. His touch around the rim is unmatched. The effort and the hustle, I just love to see it. The 3-ball was looking a lot better today from the guys. I'll throw the box score back up. As a team, we shot 10 of 32. 31%, that's a lot better than like 16 or 21 or whatever our last few games were. Hopefully that's a sign that our 3-ball is starting to come back. Maxi hit 2 of 3. Like I said earlier, man, all props to Maxi. I know I've been kind of hard on him, but it's because I know what he's capable of. I know Maxi can be that spark plug off the bench. Quite frankly, he's our only stretch 4, and he's gonna be very much part of this team's rotation come playoff time and just be super important for us. Super integral, and we need the best out of Maxi. As far as Tim Hardaway goes, he's still in a slump. 0 points. Big old goose egg. running around getting cardio. Didn't hit a single shot. That is unfortunate, and if it doesn't, if whatever's going on with Tim Hardaway doesn't fix soon, if that doesn't get solved soon, come playoff time, it's going to be rough. And I personally would not want to see Tim Hardaway come playoff time, especially in crucial moments in a potential Game 7 situation, or even if it's a Game 4, Game 5, late down the stretch. Don't put Tim in. If he still doesn't get things going, the playoffs are not a time where we want to just try and let him shoot his way back in, because it's definitely not going to help us down the stretch. It's not going to help us win these games, because we're the 6th seed. Like I said, we're the 6th seed now. If the playoffs start today, we'll be facing the Minnesota Timberwolves, and honestly, I feel fairly confident. This team is on all cylinders. Our defense is great. As soon as that 3-ball improves and just keeps getting better, we're unstoppable. When this team is firing on all cylinders, and I'm not saying we were tonight, but when this team is firing on all cylinders, we can't be beat. With the interior presence, with Daniel Gafford and Derrick Lively, with Dante Exum being a great third ball handler, with Kyrie and Luka doing their thing, leading the ship, and if Tim Hardaway and PJ Washington and Maxey can hit their shots, who can beat this team in a 7-game series? I find it hard to find any team that could beat this team in a 7-game series. But let's quickly look over the Utah Jazz box score. Lauri Markkanen had 21 points, had 2 steals, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Hendricks had 5 points, 1 steal, and 2 rebounds. Walker Kessler had 14 points, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. Chris Dunn had 4 points, 1 steal, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Keontae George had 18 points, but he had 6 turnovers with 1 steal, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Got a little bit of help off the bench. Colin Sexton was huge for him with 20 points off the bench. Felt like he couldn't miss a single shot. He was 9 of 14, looked really good. He was getting in the grill of Luka's face, Luka and Kyrie, because Luka, I want to say it was like third quarter, stole the ball from Colin Sexton, got it to Kyrie, and there was a whole play. I think Derrick Jones Jr. slammed it off an alley-oop. It was phenomenal. And speaking of alley-oops, man, the Dallas Mavericks broke a franchise record. I lost track of how many, but I want to say it was like 18-plus dunks in tonight's game alone. Our interior presence has been insane. I thought in the beginning of the season, this team was more of a jump shooting team, get the mid-range and the three-point shot. If we can get easy buckets inside, that's fine. But tonight, and not even just tonight, but the last few games, it has been completely different. Tonight, Luka was attacking the basket, getting easy layups and just getting everything at the rim and not necessarily leaning too much on his shot. Daniel Gafford, like I said, the landlord was just throwing down them yams. I thought it was Thanksgiving. Had a plate full of yams from the man Daniel Gafford. PJ Washington also had an alley-oop. Derrick Jones had a few. Kyrie got one. Luka tried to get one. Hopefully he does get one soon, because Dallas is starting to look like the new Lob City. I'm just saying it right now. New Lob City is Dallas, and we're proving it on a nightly basis. It's insane with what this team is capable of, and tonight was great. It was a big game for us. I understand the Jazz, we're 41-29. They're 29-41. So, yes, it's a lesser team, and we definitely have to win these, but it was big. The Suns, I think, as of the time of the recording, are losing to the Hawks. The Orlando Magic, they beat the Pelicans, and then the Washington Wizards, they beat the Sacramento Kings. So everyone's losing, we're winning. It was a much needed win to get us out of the play-in situation and into the playoffs, where we can just not coast, because we still have about 12 games left, which we have to win to maintain that spot, because it's tight. That playoff picture is very tight in our little region that we're in. So big win for the guys. Daniel Gafford, I can't say it enough. The dude is a monster. Haven't seen a player who can stop him yet. Unbelievable. But don't just take my word for it. Daniel Gafford tonight, 24 points, which is his Mavs career high. 5 assists, the man was handling the rock, which is also his Mavs career high. Pair that up with 6 rebounds, the man was 2 of 11 from the floor, plus 22, and we are 9-1 as Daniel Gafford is a starter for the Dallas Mavericks. What more do you want? The team's looking good, and even though I say we're looking good, I also know that we still have room for improvement. Like I said, we need to figure out how to get Tim Hardaway going. 0 points against the Jazz is unacceptable. PJ Washington, his shot needs to be improved as well. When he attacks the basket and slashes and gets it to the rim, it's usually money, and I'm fine with that. But the 3-ball needs to be found outside of Luka and outside of Kyrie, because even tonight, I'm not sure if Kyrie really had a good 3-point shooting night. Kyrie Irving was 2 of 8. Luka was 4 of 10. They were able to get 6 threes combined, but we definitely need more from the rest of the team. I know Dante had a great game against the Spurs. He was 4-4. Tonight was a different night for him. The man Maxey, 2 of 3. I love to see it. But if the guys off the bench can contribute, get us a few threes, get us some good defensive stops, which I know our bench is really good on defense, and Dante and Maxey Kleber as well. Like I said, Maxey had a great game defensively tonight. If we can improve, like I always say, if we can improve on what we do on a nightly basis, all of those problems that we have come playoff time they'll be non-existent. We won't have to worry about it. I'm fairly confident in this team, no matter who we see in the first round. Even if it's Denver, if we lose in the game 7, hey, we took them to game 7. But I'm fairly certain that we will make it to at least the second round, and after that, it's just money. We'll just run away with it. But the Dallas Mavericks look good tonight. It was a much-needed dub. But real quick, let's get into the segment. Before I forget, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of tonight's game. And the good, I've said it multiple times, and I'll say it again. The good was Daniel Gafford. The man is unstoppable. The second coming of Tyson Chandler. The man that we got at the trade deadline is paying dividends. Has to be the best acquisition at the trade deadline by far across the league. His performance tonight was good. The bad, however, I got to give it to Tim Hardaway. 0 points. Nothing. Can't even get to the line. Nothing. It was just bad. Hopefully he turns it around. Hopefully he gets better. But it was bad. But the ugly, man, I got to give it to the Utah Jazz. The ugly was Utah Jazz because it's the moment the Dallas Mavericks got a lead, we never lost it. You couldn't catch up. We were up by like 18, I want to say like 15, 18 points at one moment. Like, we just couldn't be stopped. The ugly goes to you, Utah. I know you're not really in the playoff picture, but hey, it was pretty ugly if I was a Utah Jazz fan. I mean, the Mavericks look pretty good. I'm just saying. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure you check out the Twitter and the Discord. Links are in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a free jersey giveaway for all our channel members. Make sure you tune in for more news about that. But until next time, man, y'all take care. I appreciate all the support. Take it easy. Peace.